Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hi. Today I have a very special guest, my best friend and my love, Annie. I think many of you guys know her from her channel, Annie Jaffrey. And yeah, Annie and me, we just love each other. We are soulmates.
We just love each other.
Yes, it's true. Yeah, we are soulmates. We click on so many different levels. We both love to live a healthy life, a conscious life, spiritual life, but also we want to look good doing this. Yes. And since I also get so many questions about my weight loss story or how to quickly lose weight, we thought we're gonna do a video about our weight loss stories and what helped us to like accelerate this process, or to finally get into our best shape ever. And as you know, I have some weight loss videos already on my channel, but through my coaching I realized there are certain behavioral patterns that are repetitive and that many girls have those behavioral patterns that kind of like hinder them to lose weight. So I wanted to talk about that a bit too. And as you know, Annie also lost a lot of weight on a plant-based diet. And maybe we just start with Annie.
Okay.
And she will open up to you about her weight loss story.
I think like when I was at my biggest, I was like in my teens. So around 12 to 13, like 14 years old, this is when I was really at my heaviest, and I was 20 kilos heavier than I am today. So that's 40 pounds if you're watching in the States.
That's crazy. Can you imagine her like 20 kilos heavier? Like really, 20.
And I was tall, so I was like,
we're both pretty
big,
tall
both ways.
Yeah.
If I was stressed or if I like was sad about something, I would turn to food, junk food usually. I decided that I didn't want to be like that anymore. I had had enough with not feeling good about myself, and just like I wanted to look in the mirror and feel happy, and I wanted to wear clothes and feel confident in myself. I decided to start exercising, which was a very good thing, but I also, when it came to food, like I did try to stop eating as much junk food. But what I do regret, and something that I wish someone would have told me or helped me with, is understanding food and not feeling like you have to starve yourself to lose weight or to, eat super small portions, because that's not the only way to lose weight. You will probably lose weight that way, but it's not very fun. It's not very healthy. And you could end up losing your hair from it, or being in a bad mood because you're depriving yourself of food and of healthy sugars that your cells need. When you eat plant-based, the calories in those foods are just naturally very low, and they're rich in fiber and in water. So you feel really full, and you don't have to eat that much to get so full. So you're kind of doing it in a natural way.
But you have to eat more frequently. Because it absorbs and digests a lot quicker. Sometimes like I have the feeling that I had to eat more frequently then.
Yes, that's true. Also, then you don't have to worry about counting calories or eating super small. You have to you have to start getting in tune with your body and how your body feels, and eat when it's hungry and stop when it's full. It's not about trying to reach 3,000 calories every day.
Like I also think that the stronger the regulations that you set or put on yourself, that you say, okay, it's after 6, I'm not allowed to eat anymore, because some people do this as well, right? They say like after 6 nothing enters my mouth, and then like it always backfires, because then you binge in the morning, and then your day starts binging. Like what kind of basis is that?
And also, is it something that you can sustain for a lifetime? Is it something that you still want to be doing in 10 years? That's why it's so important to get on a lifestyle that you feel happy doing today, that you would feel happy doing next week and next year, and then really creating like healthy habits for yourself, and not crash dieting or harming yourself in any way, because it's, as Katharina said, it's just going to backfire on you.
This is basically with my coaching girls what I say all the time, because of course we do like in status quo, and I will have a look what they eat, what they do, how much they exercise. And in the beginning, of course, they're trying to be like super perfect eating and all that stuff. And then I always ask them, okay, but can you maintain this week forever? They're like, no way, I can't maintain this. But then I'm saying like, okay, so why do you try to prove me something when you cannot maintain it?
It's a very good point.
You know, it doesn't make sense.
Really true,
It doesn't make sense. So I always like, it's really like you have to talk to yourself. You have to be reflective, and each and every time you're doing something, ask yourself, can I maintain this for the rest of my life? And if the answer is no, you have to adapt and adjust until you can say fully heartedly, I can do this until the rest of my life.
Yeah, true.
I think we both are now at this stage where we both say, I can easily maintain this lifestyle that I have now until the rest of my life. It wouldn't even be an effort, to be honest.
After I had lost quite a lot of weight, I was still a little bit bigger than I am today, and then I started eating a plant-based diet. I think it's almost 3 years now, and since then I've just naturally kind of slimmed down a little bit without even really thinking about it.
True.
I think I've maybe lost like 3 kilos or so since then. I've just been eating more plant-based foods, and they are just naturally lower in calories, and then you kind of just slim down to your perfect weight for your body as your body likes it. You know, when you start treating yourself like the way that you should. Yeah,
it's very true. And also you have to see that your body needs time to balance out also all the hormones.
Yes.
Because hormones are also a huge thing. Many of the girls that I work with, they have thyroid problems. So they're taking pills, or they're taking the pill, and those are all hormones. Like estrogen, it works like real hormones, and estrogen makes your body hold on to water weight. You get swollen breasts, you get a puffy face, you have crazy mood swings, emotional, like, because your body thinks you're pregnant, and this is how it reacts then. Then you have those crazy binges, and those hormones, it just takes time until they are balanced out. And this lifestyle, like this whole foods plant-based lifestyle, it works in your favor. Like the longer you are on this lifestyle, the easier it gets as well. It's basically only in the beginning it's hard.
The adjustment phase.
Exactly. This detox adjustment phase is hard in the beginning, but if you just stick through and follow through, it will get easier and easier and easier. And then one day you will arrive at a point where you say like, it's not even a problem anymore. Like when I think back, like of course I have like a crazy history as well, but I used to think so much about food. Like first thing when I wake up, what I'm gonna do to eat so that I lose weight, and I can eat this, I can eat that. It's also so energy consuming to think so much about food and your weight, like each and every day. And if you don't think about that anymore, this energy then is freed up for other projects.
Definitely.
You get more productive, you know, you can spend more time with your loved ones or with your family, you know. See it this way, you know, it's a huge benefit that all this mental capacity is also freed up.
Yes. If you are so focused on maybe being 100% perfect with everything, and this is something that I struggled with a little bit when I changed to this lifestyle, because I got a little bit paranoid with every little thing. So you have to have a balance. You have to find your, you know, happy place.
Basically, it's human psychology. The more you restrict and tell yourself you cannot have that, the more you want it. This is like a huge psychological thing, to be honest. And also our brain is wired to protect us and not do stuff, you know, that is like new to us. So it's normal to fall back in old patterns as well. Like you never will be motivated, of course, when you are in this state, because changing means going out of comfort zone, trying out new things. It's a huge emotional and psychological component that you have with weight loss, you know, that you need to kind of like sail through.
Yeah. So how about you? What was your
my story?
Yeah.
I was always pretty thin as a kid because I exercised like crazy, and then I took the pill and then everything changed. Like in 1 month my boobs grew from A to C.
Really?
Yes, I got like huge boobs. It's
Oh
insane.
my
And I was
God.
like super thin, and then like the rest just like followed.
Yeah.
And I was very puffy. I got like very, very puffy and like swollen up. And I think within 1 month I gained like 6 or 7 kilos.
What?
Yeah, because hormones, they work in micro micro amounts. So if you have a little bit too much, and I mean, they prescribe pills for girls who weigh 70 kilos and for girls who weigh 45 kilos. It's the same pill.
Yeah.
But it's
that's
a completely different outcome, you know? So that's why it was way too much for me, for my body, because I think at that time I was maybe 52 kilos, 53. So I got, like, in my opinion, I got huge. And then I was putting the pill off because I also got depressed and stuff. And then it took me like half a year to normalize again. I didn't have my period for half a year.
Oh my God.
And then after this half a year, I had my period for 1 whole month.
Oh my God.
So my hormones were completely
Oh my God.
wrecked, really. And then it all started with the binges, and then followed by all those negative emotions about yourself. Oh, I'm not strong enough, I cannot sustain this. And then you binge again, and then you like hate yourself because you feel so bad afterwards. And then like the bulimia started, and I battled bulimia for I think 1.5 years. And then I finally came to realize, okay, you just cannot maintain this. I said like, no, it's like really like an emotional issue. I have to work on that. And I somehow myself worked through that and healed myself. But again, like I always lived in extremes because like naturally I'm a kind of a, like, I was. Now it's better, but I was a bit of an extreme person, you know? Also, people sometimes think I'm like the detox queen and I'm always super like healthy and detoxing. No, I also party hard from time to time.
We both do.
We both do, you know?
It's good to have a balance.
True. And this is what I came to realize. Like, in the end, it's good to indulge from time to time. It's good to party. But also you have to know, you have to have the knowledge how you can detox and balance out, you know. In the end, it took me really, I think, about 15 years until I really was able to say, okay, I'm stable now, you know. And along this way, I learned so much. Like, I was trying every single diet on this planet. Like, I knew it all. And of course, I wanted to find a way out. So I accumulated all this knowledge. I was reading so many books. And then, of course, this was also like how I developed my passion. And then I started to like study nutrition and all that stuff. And now I really feel that I gathered so much knowledge, so much information and experience that I can help other girls, you know, and just makes me so happy. I think this is what it's all about and why we're doing this video as well, to like, that you can learn from our experiences, from our failures, and take the shortcut.
And you're not alone. Like, so many people struggle with their weight, men and women. It's so important to know also if you are dealing with any type of eating disorder, whether that is binging or, you know, throwing up your food, there is a way out. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not the only way. And know also, you know, the way that your body looks is not the only thing that's important in life. And it's you could have the perfect body, but you could be a bad person, or you could be wanting to have the perfect body. It's of course like everyone wants that, but it's not the only thing. And I think working on yourself whilst you're trying to lose weight, like working on yourself emotionally and working on your relationships, and maybe like, you know, trying just to make your soul happy within the process is so important. Don't just think about aesthetics. Also, a huge motivator for some people might be to think about their health and to not go to the gym because you were pissed off about what you ate last night, but to go to the gym to celebrate yourself, to celebrate what your body can do, and be proud of yourself, and not just think about the food and you know, how much fat you have on your body.
Very, very true. And like, I think there are now so many examples that really show, okay, if you just stay on track, then it will work out, and this gives you faith, because I think there are many out there, and we both been there too. We tried so many different things, and there are so many different opinions, you know, like nowadays it's so confusing. You don't know what to do. Should I eat just high protein or no carb at all, you know? And you get confused in this world, you know, but when you really like listen and generally, it's just common sense and logic, you know, to eat this kind of food, like fruit from God, fruit from the earth.
That tastes good without you having to do anything to it.
And put like creams on it, like with meat. You would never eat like raw meat without any sauce or like cooked, you know.
You know, we're the only species on this planet that cooks their food or that changes their food to the extent that we do. And I'm not saying that you have to be 100% raw. I'm not 100% raw by any means.
Me too.
Katharina isn't either. But, you know, we try to eat a lot of raw foods, and when we do eat cooked foods, we make sure that they're also coming from the ground. That's how animals in nature eat. They don't like, you know, fuss so much about their food. They know what they should be eating. And,
you know?
And we're also like some of the only species on the planet that suffer with health problems, except for cats and dogs. But that's because, or like home pets, but that's because we feed them. You know, if they were food. We feed them our food, or we feed them like packaged food or whatever.
Back to natural living, right?
Definitely. And it has really so many benefits. Of course, weight loss will be one of them, but disease prevention will be another. Looking great will be another. Feeling good in your body.
The emotional component is just so big, because I also feel that when you are on this lifestyle, your soul kind of finds peace. You don't have those crazy outbreaks. When you eat like fruits and the food that is intended for you, you get like an inner calmness.
It's true,
right? And
it's true.
It has effects on your whole body. It's not just a material level, it's an emotional level, it's the mind level. I would also say that like eating this lifestyle also increased my compassion and empathy for other people as well.
Yeah,
you know,
I think so.
It's really that your empathy for animals, for everything in life just grows. Your heart gets bigger, you know, and especially like when I see with my girls what they've been through and all that stuff, like I can really relate to that. And as Annie said, like there is a way out, and you just have to be brave enough and go out of comfort zone.
I have like goosebumps when I think about it, because I've also gotten so many messages and emails and just so many comments over the years. I've been doing YouTube now for like 5-6 years, and health has always been something that I've been very passionate about. And throughout the years, I get emails from girls saying that they're dealing with an eating disorder and that they've watched my videos and they have that little inspiration, and it takes that little push, and you have to believe in yourself also that it is possible to get over it, and you will get through it. And this is, I think, so important to communicate to communicate to you guys and know that there are people who have, you know, healed from this.
I think it's also important, like sometimes you just need another person to like push you a bit. If it's either your best friend or your mother or even a mentor. Because as I said, like sometimes you need another person and their energy and their faith to push you to this level where you can let go and go yourself, you know. Because I heard that also several times with my girls, that they said like, I didn't believe in myself, but because you were so sure that I will get there, I just kept on going, and then it really worked out in the end. I really hope you enjoyed this little video with us. And let me know if you want to see more of that, us being together and talking to you. And and definitely check out Annie's channel. She's just such an inspiration. She has the biggest heart. She's the most beautiful soul, inside and outside.
Oh, and we did film a video also.
Oh, true.
On
our top do's and don'ts for a beautiful you.
So if you want to see some of our tips for that, you can check the link below.
Exactly. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye.